Hi, everyone. My name is Alexander. I flew here from Tokyo, Japan, so excuse me if I sound a little bit jet-lagged. I'm doing my best. OK, so this talk is called All You Need is SINATRA. I want to prove that you don't actually need to use fully blown Rails from day one. Is my clicker going to work? OK. All right, so I live in Tokyo, Japan at the moment. I've been there for 4 years. I'm an engineering manager at TableCheck, a restaurant reservation and table management platform. And we love to build software that venues use every day. OK, so what is SINATRA? If you don't know what SINATRA is, it's basically a DSL for creating web applications with minimal effort. On the right, you can see the kind of like hello world of what we're going to be building today. So I would like to liken that Rails is like a car and SINATRA is like a bicycle. You can get a lot of use out of a bicycle, but eventually you're probably going to need to trade it for a car. OK, so number one reason to use SINATRA is simplicity. You can quickly prototype any small application or API. You can get a project off the ground within the hour. You could save thousands to hundreds of thousands on developer costs because it's easy to get started. And you can always move to something else later. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. OK, so we're going to build a Euruko conference billboard. And on there, people can post what they think about the conference. OK, so this is just like the most basic implementation I could come up with. It's just requires SINATRA. We have one get endpoint, which serves a index.html. We have 2 REST API endpoints, both under comments, one of which is a get, one which is a post. Get shows all the comments, post allows you to post a comment. And you can see here, we can still use rack. So we have fully blown rack inside of here, and we can use utils for escaping HTML. So if someone puts something naughty inside, we can strip it out. OK, now we need an index.html. And it's kind of new, but I used HTMX because it's super simple to actually build applications with it. As you can see here, there are 2 special tags that I've used, which are prefixed by HX. That allows me to set specific parameters that HTMX is looking for in order to swap out different parts of the DOM of the HTML, right? And the really cool thing is it supports polling by default. So I've set this to automatically call our API every 2 seconds for new comments. OK, so can I productionize it? Yes, I just need to set rack env production. And you can even set workers, so you can have cluster mode for Puma. You can scale that pretty far. OK, so on my MacBook Air, keep in mind I made this presentation this morning, so I haven't had time to make this load test better. But with just one thread, I was able to get like 2,000 requests per second. This is not huge, but it should sustain my 10-user application for a while. OK, so I said that we want to become very rich. OK, so AI, everyone's ears probably perked up when I said that. I'm going to use an endpoint, which is called moderation. It's from OpenAI. And it's really good because it's free. And you can use this endpoint to moderate anything. This is very powerful. If you're building an app today and it takes a user's comment, you can get it fully moderated without paying a cent by AI. OK, and basically, you get a list of categories. Those categories are just like whether it's an abusive comment or it does something like it's mean or anything like this. And we can reject it over a certain score. Here, I've picked the magic number of 0.00007. Yeah. OK, so I checked it by typing in this comment here, and I made a message that says, like, be nicer, OK? So we're going to get funded now. OK, so I've deployed this 20 minutes ago. If you like, please scan the QR code or enter the URL and write some comments. Please don't write anything bad, although I hope the AI will catch it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we've got some people joining in. Okay, so looks like people are writing a lot of comments. Some people are trying some injection here. Okay, who did the drop table, drop database? I saw that. Very nice. Okay, so this updates every 2 seconds, right? So we can basically have a live feed of all the comments for this conference. Okay, I'm going to close this before someone posts something that gets past the AI. Okay, so this is too good to be true, and you're kind of right. If you need a database, you're probably going to need to pick like MySQL, MongoDB, whatever your pick. There's this amazing Ruby ORM called SQL. I use it very often. I highly recommend it. I will plug that TableCheck, the company I work for, also has our own fork of Mongoid, which is the MongoDB driver for Ruby. It has some changes that are, we would say, better. Okay, and there's also things like user management, throttling, caching, integrations with OpenID, et cetera. Remember that you have the power of rack, so these things are kind of solved. And even better, you can just move to Rails. You can load SINATRA inside of Rails with all your routes working, and then you can just like strip out certain routes to move to Rails when you feel like it's getting too heavy. So this whole presentation, the code was written by ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. So, you know, I'm just saying, if you want to make easy money, this is the way. Okay, that's all. The GitHub link is up there. If you would like to steal my code, please go ahead. It's MIT license. And that's all. Thank you very much.